Hey, what's up, guys? So in this video, I want to talk to you about something that I call the desire to provide. And what I'm referring to specifically is the instinctual desire that males have to want to provide for both females and for children. Now, part of the reason I'm making this video now and addressing this is because I see that society and culture is going in an opposite direction of what I'm promoting here, in the sense that with regards to equality and stuff like that and feminism and all these things, it's much more typical now where, for example, if people go on a date, they would both contribute towards the check. That's just one example, a very small example of something that for me would never happen. I would never allow that. And it's not because I feel a sense of obligation to pay. It's because I have a sense of honor and pride that I'm able to pay. And just out of respect for any female that's in my presence, I will treat. Children, likewise. I like looking out for women and children, especially those that don't have someone to look out for them. But what I'm talking about when I refer to the desire to provide is not just limited to that. It's more so along the lines of your life's goals, what you want out of life. So as a male, generally speaking, people want the same things. They want to have a woman they fall in love with. They want to end up having a family, children, and continuing on from there and continuing their bloodline, having a legacy to leave behind in the sense of the children and grandchildren. So using myself as an example, I have been very, very blessed that I have been able to provide for my wife in the sense that she has not had to work at all since we have been married, ever. Now, that's not saying that I wouldn't allow her to do something if she wanted to, if she sought out something that she had enjoyment from, a desire she had to fulfill anything, she was interested in, I would support. But she does not have to worry about money. And I take it as an honor to be able to do that for her. So it's not a negative thing. It's a good thing. And unfortunately, things are very convoluted these days where younger men in particular don't seem to have the ability even to enter into that first stage of this process of marrying and having a family and so on, because the dating stuff is just so complicated now and really, really disgusting, in my opinion, as far as, how casually people have now accepted degeneracy. One of the things that really troubles me is, this pornography thing where I see articles written encouraging and promoting women that are now, once a teacher or once some other type professional that have left that and in place of that are now doing pornography in their homes, webcams or whatever they're called. And that is something that is a wonderful example of the proof that the direction that society is going is absolutely wrong. This is horrible that it's been accepted. And the males, I have to say, are partly responsible for it. That's just the way it goes. The way women act in general has so much to do with how the men in that society, the family, or the community around them act. That's just a fact. That's the way it goes. So both sides are equally responsible for this. But again, I just want to mention this to maybe help some of you who have that sense of wanting to provide and feel that, you can't find a place to fit in to this society because that's not really what's popular. So, you got to really be careful to not allow yourself to think things or have a notion regarding something because of what others are telling you. Because society, because media, because culture is going in one certain direction doesn't necessarily mean you have to. It doesn't mean it at all, as a matter of fact. So you have to come to your own conclusions based on your own thoughts and the person you are as an individual. So for me, as an individual, I stand in defiance of so many things that society is promoting. I'm not about that. It has nothing to do with my actions, my character, my decisions, who I choose to be every single day. And again, guys, the reason I make these videos, for many of you who may not know, none of this is monetized. I've never made $1. The reason I make these videos is just because I'm hoping that maybe I could help some people out there in any way possible at all. I really don't like doing these videos. It's not something I want. I don't want popularity. I don't want to be known. So I hope you guys can get some good out of these messages that I am taking the time to try to give you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you next time. Thank you.